Good evening, guys. It's February 16th, Monday, 2026. A little bit late to getting this recorded. The whole day went by pretty fast, actually, for a Monday. I had a pretty quiet day for work, so that was nice for once. After the last couple weeks, it's been kind of busy back to back, but today was pretty chill. Today is Family Day, but technically it's a holiday, but not a statutory holiday. So I still work, but I don't get my premium pay in that sense for working it. So that kind of sucks, but it's okay. Work is work. It's literally like a little bit after 8 p.m. right now. Didn't have much of a dinner yet. I had a pretty heavy lunch after work finished, so I don't feel like eating too much. I'm probably just going to maybe have some like snacks, some small like chocolate almonds or maybe some crackers or something just to chill out for the rest of the night. But yeah, just wanted to get some things off my mind for the day. Definitely, I feel like we need to recalibrate our kind of expectations as each day goes by. I am personally starting to feel like that, stuck in a routine of work, chores, and then like, barely here and there some extracurriculars, but it's okay. It is what it is. It's only, barely 2 months into the new year, and it's gonna be slow in some portions and fast in some portions. So that's all right. I am looking forward to in 2 weeks from now. I've got that K-pop concert that's coming up, so I'm really excited for that. It's starting to build up the kind of anticipation for that. There's a lot of like stuff I have to plan because I'm planning to go solo. I'm not taking anybody with me or like any friends with me because they're not really into K-pop in that sense. And the friend that I maybe would have wanted to go with, they already got tickets, but they're going on a different day, so that's a little bit miscommunication there. But that's all right, as I kind of mentioned at one point before, um, I want to, just like I am starting these videos, I'm working on doing things by myself and in a more comfortable manner. I'm trying to like take trips, solo. Going to shops and cafes solo. Because I've always been like again, an only child, and I'm pretty independent. But I don't know, when I was younger, I felt like I had to go do things with someone else to feel satisfied and not be anxious in that way. But yeah, I'm working towards doing more things by myself. So it is going to be a little bit gruesome because I got to drive myself to the concert. I got to like handle parking, my own like accommodations for food, and like walking distance to the venue and the Coliseum. So it is going to be a learning curve, but that's all right. I'll figure it out as I usually do by myself. But yeah, I really need that kind of something different, new environment. It's not like I haven't been to a concert before, but as I said, this is the first time I'll be going solo, so I'm very excited for that in the next 2 weeks or so. But beyond that, definitely hard to pick up the camera today just because I was kind of like had a lot of things on my mind, even though the day was pretty chill. um, I don't know, some of the news sometimes, as much as I try to keep myself, up to date on news and things that are happening around the world. Yeah, it's really tough to see the way that social media is turning things for the good and for the bad. But in any case, like, it's okay. I'd rather stay informed and have some kind of awareness than like be naive and just like completely blind to all the things that are happening around me. But the good thing is, surprisingly, I don't know if I'm gonna like go for it, but recently the news was that China is allowing Canadians and I think UK or Europeans to travel to China as like a tourist thing without any kind of visa requirement for up to 30 days. So that's a really cool kind of newer thing. It's not very common, and I hope that even if this free no visa requirement is valid for just for this year, for the end of December 2026, over the time, it would be cool to go on like a mini vacation for like a week or two to China. I watch a lot of like Chinese dramas, K dramas. I don't know the language, but I mean, we're more than like up to date enough, and China is very technologically advanced, so it shouldn't be no problem like navigating there and like finding things, discovering food places and historic sites. I'm born in India, so even I didn't get a chance to explore parts of India that much because I moved to Canada when I was very young at the age of 7 to Canada here, and I've been here since like the year 2000. Pretty much, it's gonna be coming up on 26 years here, and even for India, I've only been there like once properly, and that was like maybe when I was in, I think elementary school or something, maybe grade 8. So yeah, my parents have been kind of on my case about trying to travel to India and like kind of visiting certain places, not just family, but like just generally going to like some temples and things that they really want me to visit and kind of get good prayers and good positive energy and vibes from. I'm not very religious in that way, but still, I gotta respect their wishes. Definitely, now that I'm much older, I think it wouldn't like hurt to go back. But yeah, definitely, India is a place that I need to revisit for my native country. But also, I definitely want to travel to China. I've only been kind of internationally. I've been to like London, and my parents have been to France without me as a solo couple trip. And I've also gone to Japan as like a family trip back in like 2019 or so. But China is like still like there's so much like things to discover and find out there, and we gotta like kind of turn off all that propaganda and just see how the other side of the world lives. India, I know how they live. I know the advancement that has happened so far, but I think China would be like a really cool place to like travel to and experience the food, the culture. I know that they may not be still maybe accepting in certain ways, but honestly, in this day and age, even though we have social media and people are supposed to be more connected, I feel like there's more like discrimination and more like separation and like kind of judgment no matter where you go. So, while I still have some of my energy and my youth here, I think I should still try to like get out of my comfort zone in that way as well. So, I hope that if I get the opportunity to kind of save up money and travel, I think definitely China for sure, and then like need to revisit my birth country of India again at some point. I'm not like whitewashed or anything in that sense. I know people don't like that term sometimes, but yeah, I've definitely kind of put off a lot of things, and that kind of brings me to the last point I want to talk about today. Just the feeling of like when you are born in one country, which is your birth country, in my case, India, and then you come over to, or you immigrate with your parents, for example, to like another country or like Canada, in my case, you're never like really secure in your identity, like nationality wise or culture wise. Like, I respect and I appreciate where I come from for sure. But there's always a part of me growing up where it feels like I'm not fully like a true Canadian, obviously, but also I'm not fully a true native Indian, South Indian as well. So it's a fine balance of like, okay, I don't feel like I belong in either places, but I got to make sure that I don't forget where I come from, but also I have assimilated to Canada after this many years. I still feel more comfortable in Canada, even though that I know that the people here in a lot of places still won't fully accept me, even though, like, to be polite and to be generally nice or like civil, they will kind of tolerate me in certain areas. Beyond like Toronto or like the main hotspots of Canada or like the main cities. Um, and yeah, like even if I go back to India to visit or like to travel for a bit, language wise it's still not a limitation. I can understand Tamil and speak Tamil generally okay to get by, but yeah, it's like you never feel like you really belong to either place. So sometimes I have thought about, in an alternate reality, what if I stayed in India and we never moved to Canada at all, how my life would have been then, and vice versa. I was thinking like, maybe if my parents had kind of came to Canada first, and then had me potentially. Let's say, if the timeline shifted for the years, but hey, that's like a what if situation. That's not going to happen. That's not the way. We don't have a time travel machine or like a way to kind of change reality, like the Marvel Avengers situation. But that's okay. Just something that I was just thinking about for the day. But yeah, I hope everybody's Monday went well. Just want to, again, I'm keeping strong with these little videos, just to kind of keep myself accountable, making sure I'm recording the day. Just because one of my, well, I guess one of the YouTube channels that I follow, he makes vlogs daily, and he was talking about how, people always say we don't want to be too sucked into the screens and be on our phones and like not living in the moment. But he also mentioned, which I kind of agree with him, his opinion of, but our memories are so fleeting, in the sense that we remember certain points, but we never truly remember all the details of what happened in a certain moment in time of our life and our experiences. So even having like a small snippet recording, even for like a 5 to 7 seconds, or even like a 5 minute video, it helps us retain that so that we have like a proper recollection of what we kind of did that day or that year, that trip that we took or that experience of an event that we did. So, I definitely want to kind of parallel, I resonate with that. I used to not record that much. My mom is still the one that likes to take more pictures, but recently I've also come to the mindset of I need to get comfortable recording more small moments of my life, because we have the technology now where we can record something. We don't have to like process it like a film, pay somebody to develop it, and then maybe 50% of like the photos or the videos are not good. We cannot like go back and do that again. Well, it's a waste of money back then. But in this day and age, we pick up our phones, we have our phones on us all the time. So we record something, we don't like it, we move on. But that's also why these videos that I make for myself and what I'm posting on my YouTube is the fact that I'm doing this as like a one take. I'm not editing anything. This is me, whatever is in my head, I spit it out, and then that's it. I post it if I'm generally okay with the overall video and what I talked about for that time. So yeah, I definitely recommend people, don't get sucked into your devices. Don't get sucked into, online social media world all the time, but still try to, save small moments of your life, because, we don't know how life goes, and, we need a way to kind of stay permanent in some form. And keeping these kind of like video recordings on your phone or like on another device allows you to kind of come back to it if you ever wanted to, and vice versa. It allows other people to keep you in mind and remember you in those small moments. So, I didn't mean to get kind of philosophical or like even like, super higher thinking in that way. I'm not usually like that, but it just kind of came to my mind that I kind of really resonated with what he mentioned in his vlog. So I wanted to kind of mention it here too, and keep share that with everybody, so that if that's something that you guys are interested in, definitely would recommend you guys give it a try as well. But yeah, thanks for watching the video for the day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.